in the world. But this baby is having a moment because he can sense the presence of God from Mary. Because he can sense Jesus. And he's the forerunner. So you got all these miracles going on in the story. This is not just one miracle. We talk about the miracle of Jesus, but you guys, this was a miracle from the get-go. Yes. You got a barren woman with a Holy Spirit-filled baby, and then you have a teenage girl picked by God who's a virgin with the baby. It just gets crazier.
In a good way.
In a good way. But God likes crazy. He likes to do things out of the norm. He's an interesting God. But what blows my mind, when you really get into this, God in the Old Testament shows up in fire. God in the Old Testament shows up in rain. God in the Old Testament shows up in so many different forms. But in this moment, he's showing up in the form of a baby. Put that in your brain for a minute. Shuffle it around and try to grasp. The holy, infinite, most powerful God is showing up in a baby. Not in fire, not in flood, not in all the earthquakes and all the ways he used to show up. He's going to show up as a baby who needs to be protected and coddled and loved and raised. Holiness in a baby. Now take that for a minute. God's holiness, his holiness that shakes the heavens and deals with the earth, is going to into a baby. You wonder why we sing those songs, "Oh Holy Night"? It's because that was the first time that God showed up on this planet in that kind of form. And it shook the heavens that night. The stars shined a little brighter. Everybody walked around knowing something happened. Something happened because God came to this planet in a form this planet had never seen. Because for the first time, it wasn't just his finger that showed up, it was all of him. Tiny and innocent and pure and had to be protected. But it was all of him. All 10 toes, all 10 fingers, all his face, all his eyes, everything. It wasn't Moses getting just to see the backside of him. It wasn't God just skimming by and you got to see a little piece. It was all of him, and it was tangible and touchable and holdable. I can't imagine Mary holding him thinking, I'm touching God. I'm holding the God of the universe. The one who not only made me, but scooped out planets. I'm holding his fingers. Do we understand the miracle when we read that story of what really happened at this moment? Do we understand the orchestration that God did by placing John the Baptist first so that people would know he was coming? See, he not created just one baby here, he created 2. He created a perfect prophet before Jesus came. The miracle's bigger than I think I ever saw it before. It's bigger than just Mary and Joseph and a few shepherds.